Did you listen to Jack Harlow's project?
I just listened to it all the way through today.
Okay.
Today was the first time. I didn't hear a hit song on there.
Okay.
But I've been saying this from the jump. He a white Drake to me. He a white Drake to me.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the way he flows, a lot of his lyrics, like I feel like he Drake overthinks bars.
Yes.
Jack Harlow overthinks bars.
Yeah.
So that's why I put them in that same category, because Jack Harlow can rap. Like he's a good rapper. So yeah, I give it like a, off of first listen, it's like a 6 out of 10, 7 out of 10.
See, now I got to tune in. But I will say about Jack Harlow, because I remember this is something we talked about before, kind of being similar to Drake, is Drake is kind of viewed as an outsider in hip hop. He always has been.
Yeah.
I mean, Jack Harlow's from Kentucky. So it's kind of like, same type of thing.
It is.
But so the verse about being the hardest white rapper since Eminem. Yeah. I mean, what are we making of this? First of all, I don't believe it. I definitely would take Mac Miller, but that's a whole different story over Jack.
I feel like that's what makes it such a hard conversation.
Yeah.
Because Mac not here to defend himself. Like, Mac would have probably been 2 albums out by now. Like, it would have been no discussion.
Right.
So that's why I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't confidently say that. Yes, I definitely enjoyed Mac Miller at the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? At the time I enjoyed Mac Miller, but I haven't it's hard for me to go back and listen to old Mac Miller. So and I know a lot of other fans are like that too. So it's like, if Jack's saying it, I mean, who are we comparing him to? Like,
so I guess this is what I struggle with sometimes, is when you have kind of like a minority group, and even I look at like Migos at one point too, when people said they're the best rap group out. Rap groups to me haven't really been a thing in the last, I don't know how many every year. So to say you're the best and but you're the only. Yeah,
like you're really the only one. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean, I feel like if we were.
Dang.
Because if we were to let's just pretend for a second. If we took all the white rappers, Mac, Lil Dicky, everybody, threw them all in the same time period at once, everybody's rapping at their peak.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow to me would not even be in that top 3. I'd say top 5, but I'd say not in the top 3, 4. I would not. Even like Lil Dicky at his peak of rapping before he really got into TV, I would take Lil Dicky's professional rapper album over anything Jack Harlow's done.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's a crazy take.
Really,
I think that's a crazy take because I'm not gonna lie, people don't see people. We talk about this a lot on this show. I feel like it's people struggle with history.
Yes.
And Jack Harlow has had some really good albums.
Mm-hmm. He has.
He's had some really good albums. So that's why I'm like, people mess up history where everybody's focused on right now, where it's like, we look at what Jack Harlow's done in a career, it is a lot better than most white rappers.
Yeah. But do you ever, so I would say Lil Dicky, Professional Rapper, I thought was a really good album. Do you think it's almost the way I kind of look at Drake to a degree when people want to put Drake against certain artists.
Yeah.
People will say Drake doesn't have any classic albums, but in my mind, Drake has a lot of good albums. So would you take one really good album or multiple good albums? Because I feel like Jack Harlow probably, I would say, has multiple good albums.
I would say he has at least 2 good albums.
Yeah. So would you take 2 good albums from Jack Harlow versus a pretty solid album, Professional Rapper by Lil Dicky? I mean, which one are you leaning more towards?
A catalog. A catalog is what does tours. A catalog is what does shows. A catalog is what gets you your streaming profit, and you ain't even working. That's okay. I feel like a catalog just holds a lot more weight.
No, I feel that. Because there's a lot of artists where I've seen they'll have a super good debut and then just nothing after that. But exactly. Then somebody who has multiple good albums, people are like, oh well, I'm like, okay, well, they might not have the classic, but they do, like you said, the catalog. So
I got the catalog.
In that sense, I do agree with you because, like I said, people would take one Kendrick album, like To Pimp a Butterfly, and be like, "Oh, Drake has nothing like this." I'm like,
yeah.
but Drake has like 6 albums that are like
he,
really
he
good.
got a lot of solid albums. Yeah.
So
and that's record deals too. That's another thing too. You not signing no big record deals if you ain't got no catalog. If you got a one hit wonder, if you got one good album, you gonna get one good contract. Where somebody like Jack Harlow probably signed forever. Like Jack Harlow he's probably hit a point where he has infinite money.
Yeah.
Drake has hit a point he has hit infinite money. Like as long as you got that catalog and people is still typing in Jack Harlow,
it's there.
It's there. You good.
It's there. Man.
Well, I gotta get your opinion, Action Bronson, bruh. Cause that's been my guy for like ever. Like I love Action Bronson. He's not like a top, I wouldn't say he's a top white rapper, but like I think it goes back to what we were saying is there really isn't that many white rappers.
No. And Action Bronson, I think he kind of falls in the... That's why I thought the Alchemist project was so interesting, because I felt like it was a lot of people on that project over the course of the last 10 years who've all had solid
careers.
They've had solid like offerings to music in the last 10 years.
They have.
And I do think Action Bronson, he's never been like my cup of tea, but I will say that every time I see him like a lot of features, I see him like he's definitely somebody to recognize. Yeah. So Action Bronson. I mean that project was crazy. It was just that's gonna be one we talk about.
I hope. Did you see that video of Alchemist rapping yet on Hit Boy's beat?
No, I haven't seen it.
Bruh, Alchemist got bars, bruh.
Really?
Like it's like it sounds like somebody who's just been listening to a lot of rap for 20 years. It was like, this is my idea of what a good verse is. It's wild, bruh. Really? I'm sending that to you like right now because it's like actually really crazy.